What's up, good people? What's up, good people? It's your boy, Dr. Leroy McKenzie Jr. it's it's the weekend. The grind don't stop. The grind includes Saturday, at least this week anyway. But the grind does not stop. We are here on this special Saturday edition of the Brand You Suite, brought to you by J&F Enterprises, because it is Kwanzaa week. Every year, at the end of the year, going from December 26th through January 1st, are the 7 days of Kwanzaa. Which included in that are the 7 principles of Kwanzaa. Y'all know I'm big on principles, making sure that what we give to you, one of the things that we give to you here at J&F Enterprises, here in the Brand New Suite, here with the Entrepreneur Briefcase, are the principles. That's the foundational things. Those are things that you have that get ground you as a brand, that ground you as an entrepreneur, that ground you as an individual. I've talked about my personal value system. I've talked about my brand value system. Those are the principles that guide us as J&F Enterprises, and I want you to make sure going into 2025 that you have principles that you are grounded in, that there's no negotiating, there's no thinking about it. If it does not include those 7 principles, you can't be a part of it. And here's the thing that I learned about principles, and Dr. Will, one of my mentors, he says this: principles do not change. If you're going to have if you're going to have a brand, a business that is sustainable, we talk about keeping the doors open, right? We want to keep the doors open. If you're going to keep the doors open, you must have principles that your brand that is grounded in. So before I get into that, allow me to introduce myself for those that may not be aware or know who I am. I kind of popped up on your newsfeed. Someone shared this video with you, and so you decided to check it out, or you just happen to be breezing by and you say, oh, let me check out what this brother's talking about this morning. I'm Dr. Leroy McKenzie Jr., President, CEO of J&F Enterprises, and simply what we do is we assist entrepreneurs like you. We assist entrepreneurs like you to be able to reclaim their time so that you can be focused on meaningful connections with family, friends, and those that you serve. Our assignment each and every day is to make you 1% better each and every day, so that you're better by the end of the year than you were at the beginning of the year. Our intent for 2024 was to make you better now than you were at the beginning of 2024. Same thing going into 2025. Our intent, our assignment is to make you better by the end of 2025 than you were at the beginning of 2025. Only way you can do that is by having these principles, these strategies, these processes, the systems, the ideas, the wisdom, the insight, all of those things that we encapsulate and not only what we do here, but also what we do outside of here, because it's bigger than just me coming on and talking about it. That's just one way to kind of get the notification, and for you to be able to get made aware of what we have to offer. It's so much more. It's bigger than that. So we're here to be able to do that for you. So let's hop into this, because I'm not going to be long today. Happy third day of Kwanzaa to you. Now, the third day of Kwanzaa is Ujima. I'm going to say that again. The third day of Kwanzaa is Ujima. What does Ujima mean? It means collective work and responsibility. Collective work and responsibility. So let's define what Ujima is. It is to build and maintain our community together, and to make our brothers and sisters' problems our problems, and solve them together. And we all know that our community has some obstacles, has some challenges that we have to get over. And as my friend, my homeboy, Donald Morton says, of Remain, in within Remain, that I'm a part of, Remain, it is, we ask this question, am I my brother's keeper? I'm not my brother's keeper. I am my brother. Yes, I'm not my brother's keeper. I am my brother, which means the problems that he has, that I have, the problems that we must solve. My problems are his problems are my problems, and we must solve them together. And then the same concept for the community. Am I my sister's keeper? No. But am I my sister keeper? No, I ain't gonna say I'm my sister. But her problems, her challenges, her obstacles are our obstacles. We collectively, Ujima, we collectively work together to solve our challenges. We work responsibly to solve our problems. It is our responsibility as a community together to solve our problems. And I think that's one of the biggest issues that our community has, is that we don't collectively work together to solve our problems. We feel as if it's not my responsibility to assist you. It's not my responsibility to help you. I got to help myself. True, you must help yourself first, but I think it's every black person, and that's what I'm talking about here, responsibility to make it better for the community. And we all play our role. We all play our part in doing that. Whatever that looks like for you. I don't tell you what it looks like for you. I'm just telling you it's something that has to be done. Our community, this morning I was totally frustrated, just listening to all of the trash that is on social media. And I'm so glad that I don't participate in it, because listening to it, you get caught up in this whirlwind of just nothingness, and people, us as a community, bashing each other. Well, it's men's fault. Well, it's women's fault. Well, it's the man's fault. All of those things thrown into there. And what our community has to understand is we are the ones that have to solve our problem collectively. Ujima. So let's talk about this. Let's talk about this from an entrepreneurship standpoint, because I want you to understand how you can implement this into your business, into your brand, into your personal value system, into your brand value system. Here, I'm gonna give you 3 things and then I'm done. The first thing is the business implementation is you got to create mentorship programs. Does your brand, do you work with it? And I always believe this, that there's 3 levels that you should have. You should have someone that's above you, someone that's on the same level as you, and then someone that is coming up behind you. That's what you should be creating. And it doesn't have to be anything formal in your business. It should be something formal in your business, but you as an entrepreneur should have someone that's above you. That's a mentor. It's someone who's been where it is that you're trying to get to. You should have that in your life. If you don't hear anything else that I say to you today, I want you to seek out, if for 2025, put this on your list. You must have someone that has been where you're trying to get to. You hear me reference Dr. Will all the time. You hear me reference Donald Morton all the time. These are people that are, even those that aren't specifically in my life, but they have an influence on my life because I listen to them. I may listen to their videos. I may watch their videos. I may listen to their, I may have read their books. Whatever the Eric Thomas, consider that a mentor. Dr. George Frazier, mentor. These are all people that I listen to, and they aren't directly in my life, but they are Mr. Dr. Bob Wallace. These are people that are influences in my life and assist me to be able to be better because they've been where it is that I'm trying to get to. You should have someone on the same level as you that is trying to get somewhere as well. Who's in your circle of impact? Who are those people in your circle that are working towards where you're trying to get to as well? Because there's a commonality there. They're going to push you. You're going to push them. They're going to be, they're going to give you insight. They're going to give you wisdom that you wouldn't readily have. They may be able to see things that you can't see. That's that second level. That's someone that's on the same level as you. And then the third level, the third one is someone that's coming up behind you. It is every generation's responsibility to make it better for the next generation. How are you? How is your business? How is your brand making it better for the next generation? I'm going to ask you again. How are you? How is your business? How is your brand making it better for the next generation? It is every generation's responsibility to make it better for the next generation. What's up, Doc? Morning to you, bro. So you've got to have mentorship. You've got to have a mentorship program. And even if you personally have one, like I mentioned, the 3 levels. I watched the movie The Forge the last couple of days. I watched it twice. It is a phenomenal movie. It's a great movie. And it goes to what I'm talking about here, the mentorship program. It's a movie about an older businessman mentoring and showing a younger man about ethics, about morality, about having a business. And it totally changed the way that the young man looked at life. And that's part of the impact that you can have as an entrepreneur. You're going to have the next generation that's coming up behind you. They won't know. If you listen to what's out there today, you'll see that folks out here do not have a clue. They do not have a clue. And those of us that take the time to learn, to take the time to gain a skill set, to take the time to get all of this knowledge and information and wisdom, we must, it is our obligation to pass it on. So you got to create a mentorship program. You got to have those 3 levels of mentorship. Someone that's been where you're trying to get to, someone that's on your level, and then someone that's coming up behind you. And if we all do that, we all practice that collective work and responsibility as that part, I promise you, the community will be better. Second one is invest in community growth. How invested are you in the growth of the community that you are a part of, that your brand is a part of? You want to contribute to local initiatives, or you might want to have events, that address shared challenges, whether it's financial literacy, or it's business development, whatever the challenges are. And the only way that you're going to know what those challenges are is if you talk to each other. That means you've got to be you've got to have connection and communication with other entrepreneurs in your community, with other businesses that are in your community, with the people that are in your community, because they will let you know what those challenges are. And then you, as the entrepreneur, as the business owner, you can see, hey, what part can we play in solving these challenges, or which challenges can we address? Because I promise you, if everybody has an understanding of what challenges that they can address, then what happens is you have different challenges that are being addressed by different people, businesses, and those challenges will go away in the community. But you have to have a collective effort. That's what we're talking about, Ujima, today. So that's number 2. And then number 3, the last one, is you got to emphasize teamwork. You want to encourage those that work for you or those that work with you, and anyone that you're collaborating with, that you're partnering with, to share ideas and work together to achieve the mutual goal, the mutual mission. Do you have a collective that you have a common mission with? I told you, I started off talking about the assignment that my brain has, that J&F has. My assignment each and every day is to assist entrepreneurs and to be able to assist entrepreneurs to be able to reclaim their time so that they can be focused on meaningful connections with family, friends, and those that they serve. So my mission becomes that those that I'm connected to are those that want to be able to be a part of that mission. They may have the same mission. They may have part of that mission. It's not going to look exactly like mine. No, and it shouldn't. But what we do together is, oh, okay, this is how I can approach that. I say this is how I can approach that, and we get those challenges taken care of within the community. That's how you practice Ujima all year long. Collective work and responsibility. You can't expect anyone else to take responsibility for what you are responsible for. Ooh, let me say that again. You cannot expect others to take responsibility for something that you are responsible for. Ooh, I just said something, y'all. I'm sorry. I gotta write that down. Say you can't expect. I'm gonna say it one more time. Can't expect others to take responsibility for something that you are responsible for. I like that myself. I like that myself. Hopefully you wrote that down. Please write that down. Write that down. I want you to understand that. Don't expect anyone to take responsibility for what you are responsible for. And once we understand that, once we get that in here, then we begin to practice Ujima, collective work and responsibility. Then we begin to make our communities better. So I want you to understand this today. What do we do? We're practicing all. I want you to write these 7 principles down, and they put them on your refrigerator, put them in your on your door, put them on your mirror in your bathroom, some place where you see each of these principles each and every single day. And then I want you to say to yourself, how am I practicing these 7 principles each and every day? I promise you, if you infuse and implement these principles into your lifestyle, within your business and within your personal life, I promise you, I'll promise you, you will be better by the end of 2025 than you are at the beginning of 2025. Take that to the bank. Root 5 people with that. I promise you they will. So today, I want you to think about the principle of Ujima, collective work and responsibility, to build and maintain our community together and make our brothers and sisters' problems our problems and solve them together. Ujima. It's your boy, Dr. Leroy McKenzie Jr., the Impact Builder. I want y'all to understand this today. Y'all know what I say. Hey, I put if you want to go into more detail how we can implement these principles into your brand, I need you to connect with me. I need you to email me, DM me, however you can connect with me. I need you to do that. Put the description in the put the contact information in the description for you. Hop on over to the YouTube channel. All of these principles that we have, all of this information, all of this knowledge and insight and wisdom and principles, and we have some videos on those. Check out the digital content. But if you want to get down and dirty, you want to dig in to you as a brand, and you want to make your 2025 filled with power moves, putting you the year of intentional movement, I need you to connect with me. I need you to reach out to me so that we can talk about your vision. We can assist you in being able to bring your vision to reality, because that's what we do. The Entrepreneur Briefcase is there for you. That's what we do. We created it just for you as entrepreneurs, because we want you to keep the doors open in 2025. We want you to be able to make those power moves in 2025. We want you to have a year of an intentional movement and be better by the end of 2025 than you were at the beginning of 2025. When you go over to the YouTube channel, don't forget to subscribe. Y'all know what the deal is. It's always, our goal is always 500 subscribers every 30 days. So we need you to go over, hit the subscribe button, like, share, comment. We want to hear your comments about the content that we're providing, because we want to make sure that it's content that is making you better, that's useful for you, that's useful to you, that you can use it to be able to build your business, and your brand, and ultimately to reclaim your time. So it's your boy, Dr. Leroy McKenzie Jr., the Impact Builder. We'll be here, right back here tomorrow with Kwanzaa Day number 4. Which is actually, Kwanzaa number 4 is Ujima, which is cooperative economics, which is one of the ones that I like all of them, but the cooperative economics is huge. Building out business ecosystem. We're going to talk more about that tomorrow. So we'll see you all then. Peace.